We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. Hello, my friends. I'm back again. Your favorite paranormal 911 operator. That was a joke. I'm just playing. I hope you are all doing well and you are ready for my latest 911 tale. You all seem to be enjoying my horror stories, and I appreciate all your support. Keep it coming, and the stories will keep going. I have a real doozy of a story for you all today. So, get your drinks, popcorn, and snacks. This is really crazy. Buckle up for the ride. You have never heard a story like this before in your life. This story was truly creepy. It's out of the ordinary. If I wasn't a part of this call and heard what I heard, I wouldn't believe this was real. Not one word. I call this story The Visitor. "911, what's your emergency?"
Hello, my name is Louise. I live at 5633 Nottingham Street. Can you please send the police? My husband came and visited me, but now he won't leave.
Does he have a weapon? Is he holding you hostage?
No, I'm okay. But he just won't leave. He wants to stay here with me.
Since he's your husband, does he live there with you? You said he is visiting. Did he move?
To tell you the truth, this is a very complicated situation. Yes, he does live here, but he shouldn't be here now, and he seems confused. You see, he was in the hospital for a while due to a serious illness, but a few days ago, he showed up here because he wanted to come home, where he felt comfortable.
I was getting a weird feeling she wasn't telling me everything. I was picking up vibes that were strange. Suddenly, I could hear her husband start to cough violently. Okay, Louise. Is he well? It sounds like he is still sick.
No, not really. Can you please just send someone to make him leave? I don't want him here anymore. I just want him to go.
Then in the background, I heard a really loud,
No!
It was so loud it hurt my ear. I threw off my headphones.
You can't make me go! This is my home!
Suddenly, the phone hung up, and the couple was gone. I tried to call back the line, but I didn't get an answer. I dispatched the police and they were en route to their house, to make sure Luis was okay. When the police radioed me back, this is when everything really becomes crazy. This is just a friendly reminder to please like and comment to let us know how we are doing so far. We would love to hear from you all. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of the PHS crew. And we thank you. The police reported when they entered Louise's home, she was knocked out. She was lying in a pool of blood on the floor. One of the police officers stayed to take care of Louise, while the other officer looked around the house cautiously. The officer was looking for her husband. He searched every room and he found him in bed. He was lying there cold to the touch. He was dead. The police officer said he could tell he had been dead for a while. The scene was very bizarre. They called for an ambulance to give aid to Louise and a coroner to take her husband's dead body away. Louise had a lot of questions to answer once she was medically cleared and okay. Later that day, the police officer interviewed Louise, and this is the transcripted interview she gave.
Hello, Louise. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Do you need anything? I have a bump on my head, but other than that, I'm fine. I'm doing all right. Good. I'm glad. Now we have some questions. We need to ask you about your dead husband. Yes, I knew you would. Go ahead. Okay. We spoke to the hospital and we found out that your husband was admitted there and that he was seriously ill. He was placed in the ICU for care. But while he was there, he took a turn for the worse, and he didn't recover. He passed away. What we need to know is, how did he end up in your home, dead, in your bed that same day? The hospital confirmed they took his body to the morgue. That's where he was placed. Yes, I know. They called me to inform me that he died. When they told me this, I didn't want to believe it. It didn't feel right. After the shock wore off, I grabbed my keys to leave. And I know this part is weird, but when I opened my front door, my husband was standing there. I was surprised to see him, confused but relieved. The hospital had to have made a mistake, because he was standing in front of me. I was happy, but he didn't seem like himself. Something was off. Something was strange to me. He was cold when I touched him, and he wasn't talking. And when he did speak, he didn't say much. He just kept repeating he was glad to be home and no one was going to make him leave. He wasn't ready to go. So I did what I could to make him comfortable. So, you're telling me he just materialized at your door. Your husband was pronounced dead and he was last seen lying on a slab in the morgue in the hospital. Come on. You know this sounds impossible. Yes, I know, and I can't explain it. I've been trying my best to wrap my head around this situation, but I didn't question it at the time. I was full of trepidation. He was here in physical form. He wasn't a phantom or a ghost, but he wanted me to turn on the heater. He was very cold. So, I did what he asked. So, what did you do next? He went to our bedroom and lay down on the bed. He stayed there for the rest of the night. He started coughing violently. Believe me, that night I didn't get any sleep. And from what I could tell, neither did he. He had dark circles under his eyes, and his skin tone was very pale. I was so scared, it made me want to cry. I told him the next day I was going to take him back to the hospital. He still looked sick. His lips were turning blue. What did he say? What did he do? He became enraged. He told me no, this was his home and here is where he was going to stay. I know something was wrong. My husband has never spoken to me that way. He made me afraid. So I told him, okay. So, how long was he there with you? For 3 days. That's when I called 911. I wanted him to leave. That's what I told the 911 operator. I needed the police. Okay, Luis. When we found you, you were knocked out cold. You had your cell phone in your hand. You were in a pool of blood on the floor. What happened? From what I remember, he came in the room while I was on the phone with 911. He heard me telling the operator I wanted him to leave, but I didn't give the operator much details. I was afraid she wouldn't believe me. Suddenly, my husband yelled out, "No! You can't make me go! This is my home!" After that, I woke up on the floor. That's it. I can't tell you anything more. Where is my husband now? Like I told you, we found him lying in the bed, and I regret to tell you, he is dead.
In the transcript, Luis started to cry, and that was the end of the transcript. The police eventually released Louise. They had no reason to hold her, so they let her go free. This is a true case of the weird, bizarre, and the unexplained. This will end my post for today. So, tell me, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you can, share my stories with your family and friends. Thank you for your support again, and thank you for listening.